It's the end of the week, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. Everything I'm seeing right now is bearish. Sorry I haven't uploaded in the last couple days. Bitcoin hasn't really been doing anything, and it's been really hard to make content. But now the chart's finally moving, and it's honestly not looking good. Please join our Discord if you're looking for a community to talk about crypto, stocks, and finance in general. We also have a weekly live stream, and if you want to come on and say what you want to say, we will take anybody. Just join the Discord, shoot me a message, and let me know. As I said in my previous videos, I've been selling for about 10 days now, and I've continued selling because every indicator is telling me that things are turning bearish. The biggest one obviously being the 50-week SMA. I said we needed a weekly close below this line to officially call a bear market. But at this point, I'm not so confident that Bitcoin can get back above this line by Sunday. I don't want to prematurely call it, but I also can't pretend it's not happening. Right now, just looking at this tells me that the bull market is most likely over. Now, as I said, if Bitcoin closes below the 50-week SMA, that's it. It's the end of the bull market. I've talked about this line for weeks. We held it the entire cycle. You can see previous bottom, boom, boom. But we have not had a close below. And last time we had a close below this line, it actually held in 2021. It held once, twice, and it finally broke a third time. And yes, we did have a reversal, but we got rejected off it again. So I cannot stay bullish with a weekly close below this line. It's hard. I don't want to flip bearish, but I have to accept defeat eventually and flip, because if not, I'm going to stay bullish until the very, very bottom, and then eventually I'll be right. But realistically, it's most likely over. Now, not only did we talk about the 50-week SMA, but we also talked about the monthly MACD. We have been watching this for weeks, if not months. In a bearish cross here, I said 100% indicates we are in a bear market. This is exactly what we have been watching out for. It has already crossed. It's accelerating down. And even though nothing is confirmed until the end of the month, let's be realistic here. The chances of it recovering are very, very low. And every bounce we've had so far has been just an exit pump, not a real reversal. So I can't sit here and be bullish when we have a red candle here and it looks identical to 2021. Unless a miracle happens, it's over. Now, not only is the 50-week SMA bearish, not only is the MACD bearish on Bitcoin on the monthly, but if you go to Tether dominance, you can clearly see that it has a bullish cross, which is inversely correlated with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes down, this goes up, meaning this is going to run, meaning that's another indicator telling us that most likely we are going into a bear market. Now, if we come to the chart itself and this descending triangle, you can clearly see if we go to the daily, it did break out, it got rejected, and it's really toying with this line here. But guys, if this breaks out, I can't be bullish anymore. I can't see this not going into a bear market. I mean, this thing has been within this triangle since 2022. If this breaks out, guys, it's over. I just can't be bullish at this point. It's really tussling. If we go to a lower time frame, you can see here that it looks like it could be having a bounce off of here, which means it could form support, which would be very, very bad for us. But yeah, this is another deadly indicator, and unfortunately, that's just the reality right now. I'm trying to be positive, but nothing is positive right now. It's just looking very, very nasty. Okay, now I want to cover something very interesting, which is MicroStrategy. And I think in the future, this is going to most likely be the best investment you can make in the bear market. Right now, I want to show you guys something interesting. It will make sense once I put it down, but if you take the 2021 to 2022 bear market high to low fractal and you overlay it on top of the current price action, it almost looks identical. It's playing out to a T, and I do think that if you can get MicroStrategy at these 120, 130 levels, it's an absolute gold mine. It's a golden opportunity. So I just want to tell you guys, please look out for this. But the main reason I brought this up is mainly because MSTR front runs Bitcoin, right? It usually tops sooner and it bottoms sooner. So MSTR has been telling us that the top is in, and most likely this downward move is coming for Bitcoin. Now, personally, I think I'll be DCAing within these levels, or either a lump sum and then keep DCAing. But this is what you want to be looking out for. And another thing, if you look at the MACD on MSTR, on the monthly, it already crossed bearish a month ago, and you saw what happened in the next month. So if we can take anything from MSTR and put it onto Bitcoin, this is just the beginning. Keep that in mind. Not only is the monthly bearish, the weekly is bearish, and so is the daily. So, I mean, if you look at the daily, it's possible that it has a reversal soon, and maybe we see something like this, a little relief bounce. But at the end of the day, it's just a relief bounce, and it's still an exit opportunity. The real money comes within these levels. And do I think MSTR will go below $100? I think it's possible. I think the lowest it will go is $80, $85. But if that happens, guys, I'm telling you, you got to buy at these levels. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, especially going into the next bull market. So I will be waiting for this. I'm very excited for this. Now, maybe the one thing that is still giving me a glimmer of a chance is the weekly cycle lows. Now, the weekly cycle low is not confirmed yet because we got a breakdown here. We got a bounce, but as I said, it wasn't confirmed, and we could extend, and that's exactly what happened. We didn't get the strong thrust we needed. There was no weekly swing, and now the daily cycle is extremely extended. When a cycle pushes into these late timing bands, it becomes vulnerable for a very sharp decline, and extended cycles usually end in weakness, and that's exactly what's happening now. We can't force a weekly cycle low because Bitcoin is still declining. The real weekly cycle low has not been printed yet. And the longer it stretches, the more violent in the downside move will be, I think. And even if we get a bounce, like we do confirm a weekly cycle low and then we bounce, I really do think that it will be quite weak. Maybe we can get back up here. Maybe we can go a little higher, but I do think it's going to be weak. And unfortunately, I do think we will break below this eventually and then go into a bear market. So I want to show something that could be positive or negative. I mean, you could interpret it a couple different ways. Let me get rid of all this. So this is the death cross. And if we go to the daily, a death cross is about to be printed. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard of these death and golden crosses before. It usually, if we look at the previous one, indicated a bottom, indicated a bottom, indicated a bottom. Now, if we come here, you can also see it indicated a bottom in 2021. So we would assume, okay, death cross is coming right now. That means the bottom is in. That's indicating a bottom. But I want you guys to keep in mind, we had a death cross at the end of the cycle, way later after a huge dump. But when that death cross did come, at the end of the cycle, we did see a bunch more downside into a bear market. So if this is the end of the cycle and we do get a death cross, then that could mean that there is much more downside coming. Now, guys, I really don't want to flip bearish. I don't, but what else am I supposed to do? Do you know what I mean? I can't just sit here and be bullish after everything I'm looking at. Everything is telling me that it's over. Now, guys, at this point, almost everything is bearish. All right, you got the 50-week SMA, you got the monthly MACD, the USDT dominance, you got MSTR telling us that bad things are coming. The daily cycle lows are extending, the structure is breaking, the trend is looking like it's to the downside. Everything is telling me it's over. Any pump from here is most likely a relief rally. Now, I will wait until Sunday for official confirmation where I'll make a video and I will flip, but realistically the bear market has already started. Now if we look at the daily MACD, it is possible that we almost had a cross, but no, the bearish momentum continues. But it is possible that we will have a bullish cross in the short term into the weekly cycle low that will make it look like we're having a real reversal. And it could be a real reversal, but most likely I think it's going to be a relief rally, as I said, and we will break down below the weekly cycle low. Yes, it's depressing, but once you're fully out of the market, the bear market will come. All right, you'll get new opportunity, new beginnings. The opportunities you've been waiting for. With everything we've learned this cycle, we can position ourselves 10 times better than we did the previous one and the one before that. I'll make a full video soon on how I'm going to build my bear market portfolio because I have made changes. There'll also be a live stream Sunday, a full video on Monday talking about what happened on Sunday. But finally, I think I am officially flipping bearish. I will wait till Sunday for sure, but that's the most likely scenario. Thank you for watching. Sorry for not uploading during the week. It's hard when a market's not really doing anything. Things are finally moving now. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Sorry, guys.